Director of Recreation and Parks.
My name is Lucas Chack. I'm the principal here. It's fantastic to have so many community members and partners here for our wonderful kids. We fortunately get to spend every day with them, but it's really fantastic to have some other adults come in and get to, thank you, Mr. Campbell, to have some other adults come in and get to see how absolutely fantastic they are. I will tell you, I was asked for 10 to 15 students, and that was probably one of the most difficult tasks, is trying to limit it down to 10 to 15 students to show off and brag about. So I'm going to introduce one of our fantastic ones that I want to brag about, but I know I've been walking around listening. They've had lots of fantastic ideas here about things to do outside of school. And hopefully we see, I know a common thread that most of these young people are talking about is they want something to help them academically and career focused, not only something to do in their spare time, but particularly this group of kids, but I think all kids are really focused on how things can become real for them. That exposure is such a huge thing. And I mean, I didn't mean to say anything, so let me just stop. I'm going to go on and on and on when I start talking about our kids. So let me just introduce Raven. She's one of our fantastic kids. She's going to BG next year. She has taken advantage. She's in the engineering track here. Several of these students are. And she has taken advantage. We have another group that we work with that offers internships for our students during the summer. So aside from these opportunities, if you know anybody that was interested in hosting a student for an internship with all these people here and listening to me, I invite you. I brought some cards down. They're over there. If you know of anyone, a friend, any professional that would want to do an internship with our students, or any students from the city we work with across the district, please let me know, and I'll very happy to get that to you. So thank you. Here comes Raven, and she's one of our fantastic students, and let's give her a round of applause. Thanks.
Good afternoon. My name is Raven Robinson, and I am a senior at West High School. I have participated in 2 STEM internships previous summers. Through these internships, I had the opportunity to take college science classes on campus at Kent State University, and I was able to explore many careers in the STEM field. I am a senior this year, so this year has been very crazy for me. I have been filling out college applications and scholarship essays and still trying to maintain a 4.0 at my school. And I haven't been able to spend enough quality time with my younger sister, so I've been feeling a little bad about that. And during the spring break, I hope to be able to participate in many different spring break activities that the mayor and the community will provide for us. I would like to introduce the mayor, Mayor Ginther.
Wow, I'm pretty pumped. Forensic science.
Yes.
That's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Makes my political science look a little meek in the grand scheme of things. But what a great day in the city of Columbus here on what I'm told is the best side, the west side of Columbus. I think Dr. Good and Mr. Check are going to start charging Council President Klein and I rent, because we're here every Monday working with some 12th graders along with many other folks in the room to get those cowboys and cowgirls across the finish line graduation-wise. And so we're thrilled to be back here on a Monday afternoon to talk about all of the exciting things happening on this spring break. So I know, especially on a day like today when it feels like almost summer, let alone spring break, our students are excited for some time off, time to relax and enjoy friends and family, a few days without homework, although Mr. Check and Dr. Good might have a couple other ideas, and maybe even some good weather. But most importantly, as a community, the schools have their jobs to do, and we have many amazing professionals doing it every day in classrooms throughout our great city. But our collective job as a city and a community is to make sure that our young people are safe and they have positive options that are constructive and put them in position to continue to be successful in their future. We know that our kids are safe when they're in school, because we have some of Columbus's finest serving as student resource officers, the amazing safety and security teams, and caring, loving adults in classrooms throughout our great city. But we need to provide safe spaces for them when school's out, and activities to keep them engaged and involved and growing. This is not just a city effort or a school effort or a police effort. It requires the work of the whole community, from our Recreation and Parks Department to our libraries and places of worship. Here are just a few of the events happening over this year's spring break. Our community centers are open, right, Director? And some, including Beatty in the Near East Side, Glenwood in the Hilltop, and both Linden centers, have extended hours and special programming. You can find out all of the activities at each center on our website. In addition, food will be available at the sites with extended hours to make sure we keep those bodies fueled up for activity and positive interaction. Columbus City Schools is hosting a matinee movie day on Thursday, April 20th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Linden-McKinley High School. Students are voting on what movie they want to see. I believe that Dr. Good has veto power on their selection. Boys and Girls Club of Columbus are offering a variety of spring break programs at their locations in Milo-Grogan and the Reeb Center on the south side. Columbus Metropolitan Libraries are offering programs like YouMedia, in which young people can drop in to create music, videos, and digital art with the help of mentors. The YMCA is offering a variety of classes, gym time, and daycare at many of their locations. And our partners at the Columbus Museum of Art, Columbus Zoo, and Franklin Park Conservatory are also hosting events for our youth. The Columbus Recreation and Parks Department has pulled together links to programs and events at our website. Just visit columbus.gov/schoolsout and check back frequently. More activities are being added as we hear about them. And of course, spring break is also about safety. And the Columbus Division of Police will work diligently for the safety of all of our neighborhoods. There will be an increased police presence where students are, and our community liaison officers will be stopping by the community centers, not just to patrol, but to visit, have lunch, and maybe even play pool or basketball with the young people in our neighborhoods. So let's get the word out about all the activities going on in our great city over the spring break. And let's keep an eye out to keep all of our children and neighborhoods safe. It's now my pleasure to introduce our great partner in all of this work, Council President Zach Klein.
How y'all doing? Great. It's a good group here. Everyone's smiling, happy, and Ms. Check, I gotta say, to build upon the mayor's remarks of just how talented the kids at West High School are, when we spend our time here on Mondays with the seniors that we mentor, they're just a great group of kids, and meeting Raven and the others that I had the chance to meet, you all should be very proud of the work that you're doing and the success. I've met future lawyer, future neurosurgeon, a future FBI agent. So we got it going on here at West. We got all the bases covered. I love it. I want to introduce my colleague, Councilmember Mitch Brown, to everyone. So when I first got on council, I chaired the Recreation and Parks Committee. It's one of the best committees you can chair on council. Right, Director Collins? Yeah. And I always wonder when you do, because there's a show on television, at least there was, called Parks and Rec. I don't know if you've ever heard of it or not. It was on NBC. Okay, they've got some snaps. But we call it Rec and Parks, Recreation and Parks here in the city of Columbus, because we put the people first, the recreation side first. So it's a priority. So if someone wants to know, like, why do we call it Recreation and Parks and not Parks and Rec? It's because the emphasis is on people. And the emphasis is on each and every one of you and the people that we care about in the city of Columbus. So I'm not going to, laboriously go over all the events that are going on like the mayor went through, and I'm not going to double that. But I will say, columbus.gov/schoolsout. Please take advantage of these wonderful programs for your own personal enrichment and growth, for safety, for friendship. to meet with our great police officers, Columbus finest. This is a great opportunity for everyone to just fellowship over spring break, enjoy one another's company, and especially for the seniors here, get that added momentum that's going to push you across the finish line for the future success that I know everyone is going to be when they are graduating West High School and then moving on to a career or to college or to vocational school. Just take advantage of the programs that we have. That's why we spend the taxpayers' money, your family's money, to make sure we provide these resources to you because we care about you deeply, so please take advantage of it. So I want to introduce my good friend, the champion and leader of Columbus Public Schools, Dr. Dan Good, the superintendent.
Good afternoon. Let's see who's in the room first. If there are any freshmen at West High, would you please stand? Yeah, and then the sophomores, would you please stand? Juniors, would you join them? And seniors? All right, guests, these are the students of West High School. Very good. And you might wonder who's standing behind me. I think everyone knows the gentleman to my left, to your right, is principal of our West High School. And right beside him is Raven. And then the lady you probably can't see, come on up here. The city has a director of education. This is Rhonda Johnson. She used to work in Columbus City Schools. So she's doing more of that great work now for all of the city of Columbus. And then beside her, of course, you met the council president and the mayor. And then we have a 7-member board of education that the community elects that are our governors, essentially, for the district. And today we're joined by Ramona Reyes, who's a board member for Columbus City Schools. So let's see, if you're faculty and staff at West, would you raise your hand or wave your hands in the air? Very good. Oh, there he is. Very good. And then if you're here just to be a supporter today, raise your hand. Look at all the people around you, students that are here because they care. And the reason I did that is for this reason. When our community comes together, as they so often do, rally behind a cause and a purpose, we achieve great results over and over and over again. So I will add my appreciation to Mayor Ginther, to Council President Klein, to Board Member Ramona Reyes, to Director Johnson, to our principal, and for all of you that have joined us here today. So I'm going to ask our group, Ms. Reyes and I had a group that helped advise us. You come on up here because we were advised by Christopher and Brianna and Jordan and Moses, and I think we need to have them up here so we can see who we're doing this for. So come on up here. Just give them a round of applause. Good job. So there was certainly a theme in all of the suggestions, and they gave us a lot of suggestions. I have a notebook full of ideas, and they were all extraordinary ideas. But it was very, very clear that one of the most important things to them is that we have activities so that students are safe, and that we have a calendar of what those activities are so that parents know and are held accountable for planning for their students in structured, supervised events every day. And let me tell you, I'm not going to spoil a surprise about the ideas they came up with, but Board Member Reyes and I could tell you they're very, very original, very exciting, and don't be surprised if you see Ms. Reyes and I here participating in some of those, not only over spring break, but this summer too, because we expanded that to any time that school's not in session. You know, Ms. Reyes would tell you that our board takes very, very seriously the risks and threats that our students face because they're not singular in nature, nor are they limited to just their time in our buildings. They're throughout our neighborhoods, across our city, across our state, across our country. And they're not just physical and cognitive, they're also social and emotional and direct and indirect, and they're in our buildings, and they're always changing. So from the small group conversations we had earlier, I hope that each of you that participated in those heard from the students about both their aspirations but also some of their apprehensions, because sometimes transportation was a concern. And so we talked about why we partner with CODA, so that you have ways to get to those places where some of these activities take place. This Schools Out initiative really will afford all of Columbus City's schools, children, and certainly all the children of our fair city a much safer spring break by offering those activities and the support during a 10-day window when they aren't with us. And I know how sad you'll be when you don't get to see all of us each day. But I hope it also energizes an ongoing effort to further empower our community and the local organizations. I'm so pleased to see the Columbus Metropolitan Library here. They've always been such a good partner and continue to plan very innovative, inspiring ways to engage our students. It's how we grow and keep the atmosphere supportive and safe. And we keep all of our students most safe when we keep them engaged and on a never-ending path of education and learning and personal growth. So I want to thank the team that's here. at West today for hosting us. And thanks again to all of you that are participating, all of our partners, adding your support both when school is in session and when school's out. I like to tell everybody that I get to tell you what to do. My mother tells me this all the time. She'll come up to me and she'll say, oh, when I say I don't really want to do that, she goes, oh, honey, that's so cute. You have to do it. I made you. And so, but I want you to know that in the law, there's this little phrase in the Ohio Revised Code that says that during the hours of the school day, the superintendent is in loci parenti, which is Latin for meaning I am in place of your parents. And so in other words, I'm your daddy. So you have to do what I say. And so during the school, when school's not in session, I want to make certain you're taking advantage of all of these wonderful activities and modeling that spirit of success, not only in Columbus City Schools, but in the Opportunity City, and something certainly that the mayor and our council president, our Board of Education support. So we look forward to that safe spring break beginning in just 3 days, but more so we look forward to celebrating one of our city's most valuable resources, and those are the individuals standing here that represent so many more that are in the room, and of course those that aren't with us this afternoon. Limitless potential that each of them possess. I will tell you, the woman right here to the left of me, Brianna, she'll be going to Denison University on a full scholarship this year. Yes, right. So let's see, Mose, you are going to the Ohio State University, I believe, this fall. Word has it he's going to be on the Ohio State football team, so we need to take a look at those Buckeyes this fall, but we're proud of you regardless. And then Jordan is a junior this year, and he's considering, Jordan's the freshman, yeah, I'm sorry. Christopher is the junior this year, and he's considering the Young Scholars Program or the Seniors to Sophomores Program, and based upon his contributions, he has a bright future as well. And probably my newest friend was Jordan, and Jordan, I thought you were a senior when I met you. You're so very articulate, and you fight mean too, because I tried to take your hat, but it's a very, very sweet hat, but this guy is we're going to see great things out of you, Jordan. I'm really excited to follow your career for 4 years. And so you can start modeling that leadership today and then also during spring break in the summer by helping lead some of those activities. So thanks to you. Thanks to all the students. Thanks for everyone that's here today. I appreciate it.